3 weeks. That's all I was gone. Just 3 weeks for a work trip. My husband swore he'd be fine. He's 41, not 14. He promised me he'd just game, order pizza, and relax. But when I came back, my oven smelled like gasoline. My dog was hiding in the bathtub, and my husband had stopped calling himself by his name and started calling himself the Burrito. And that's when I realized if he wanted to play stupid games, I was about to serve him the prize, a serious lesson he'd never forget. If you've ever had to deal with someone who thought being irresponsible was a personality trait, hit that like button right now. And if you've ever wished you could teach someone a lesson they'll remember for the rest of their lives, subscribe, because this is the kind of revenge that makes you feel seen. I kissed my husband goodbye 3 weeks ago, suitcase in one hand, coffee in the other. "Are you sure you'll be fine?" I asked him. He rolled his eyes like a teenager. "Babe, I'm 41. I'll game, order some pizza, maybe crack a beer. Don't worry. You just focus on work." I smiled, reassured, or at least pretending to be. He's not helpless. He's not a kid. He's my husband. Surely he could handle 3 weeks. But that faith? It was misplaced. Day 2. My phone buzzed with a text. A picture of smoke, and him grinning proudly. Call me Grill Master. Except we don't owe a grill. He had stacked 3 baking sheets on top of each other in the oven, poured lighter fluid all over them, and made a grill. The smoke alarm screamed for 40 minutes. By day 5 of burrito consequences, he cracked. He sat on the floor, head in his hands, groaning. "I'm never eating another burrito again." When he finally completed the list, I stood in the kitchen, arms crossed. The oven, clean. New dishes, bought. Laundry, folded. House, livable. Dog back in the bed. And my husband? A broken man holding the last half-eaten burrito like it was poison. "I get it," he muttered. "I was an idiot. I'll never disrespect the house again." I smiled. "Good, because next time, it won't be burritos. It'll be kale." He went pale. And that's when I knew, lesson learned. The oven still smells like gasoline. I wanted to be mad, but I thought, okay, one mistake. Day 4, he binges TikTok minimalism. His big enlightenment? We don't need dishes. He threw out everything except 1 salad bowl and the dog's water dish. When I asked him why on the phone, he said, "We only need 1 bowl each." Think about it, efficiency. Day 6, he discovered frozen burritos. Not just 1 pack. He bulk ordered 20. He declared they'd be his new life fuel. By week 2, he stopped microwaving them fully. He'd crunch into half-frozen burritos, proudly saying, "It's basically a cold wrap. Saves electricity." Day 10, laundry? Gone. He rotated between 2 pairs of basketball shorts until they became stiff, enough to stand on their own. The dog growled whenever he sat down. Day 14, I FaceTimed him, shirtless, sweaty, playing the recorder. He bought it off Amazon. His words? Mozart slapped. Day 18, the dog stopped sleeping in bed. He relocated to the bathtub, his war bunker. And finally, day 21, I came home. The stench of burnt plastic. Ranch dressing on the counter. A man, my husband, standing shirtless, whispering to himself, "I am the burrito." I didn't even recognize my home. The oven was ruined. The dishes gone. The freezer a graveyard of burrito wrappers. My dog looked at me with eyes that said, "You left me with him. You left me in the trenches." That's when something in me snapped. This wasn't just funny chaos anymore. This was disrespect. I work my butt off, I leave for 3 weeks, and instead of being an adult, he turned my home into a frat house sponsored by Taco Bell. I realized if I let this slide, he'd never respect me, or himself. He needed a wake-up call, a lesson, something he couldn't laugh off. So I started planning. I decided a revenge planning. I documented everything. Pictures of the oven, the missing dishes, the shorts standing upright in the corner. Even the burrito stash, I created rules. If he wanted to live like a minimalist burrito monk, fine. But he'd follow through. No takeout. No sneaky orders. Just burritos until they were gone. Chores, every last thing he neglected. He would do laundry, scrubbing floors, replacing dishes, fixing the oven. But here's the kicker. I wasn't going to nag him. I wasn't going to yell. I was going to let him dig his own grave with his efficiency. The next morning, I sat across from him at breakfast. He crunched into a half-frozen burrito. You like living like this? I asked calmly. Yeah, he said proudly. Minimalist, efficient. Good, I said. Then you'll keep living like this until you fix everything you ruined. He blinked. Wait, what? I handed him a list. Replace all dishes. Clean every room the dog refuses to enter. Finish every burrito you bulk ordered. No wasting. He laughed nervously. Babe, come on! I just looked at him. You wanted minimalist living. Consider this training. And then I stopped helping, completely. For the next week, he lived in his self-created burrito hell. His hands blistered from scrubbing the oven. He choked down frozen burrito after frozen. Burrito until the smell of beans made him queasy.